How to give an impactful presentation. This is the second of 5 short videos on that topic, in which I, Gerben van Driel, public speaking coach, will present you with 5 elements of impactful presentations as shown by Steve Jobs, Mr. Steve Jobs of Apple, when he introduced the iPod in 2001, a pivotal moment in the history of Apple and in the history of the music industry. So now, for the second element I'd like to discuss in this series, let's imagine that the average business presenter had to introduce the iPod to the world. It will most probably go like this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, and I'd like to introduce to you our new product. It's called the iPod. It is a portable music player with a 5 GB storage space, and it can really, hold any song you like. We really think it's a great product, and please go and buy it. You know, it would go something like this. It's very informative, very factual, and therefore very, very boring, right? Not engaging. Even if you would pronounce the same lines with a lot more energy, still you most probably won't open up. Let's see. Hey guys, I'd like to tell you about a new product. It's the iPod. It's a portable music player with 5 GB storage space, and you can store any song on it you like. We really think it's a very cool product. Go and buy it now. Are you engaged? Are you opening up for my message? No, most probably you're not. Now let's look at how Steve Jobs introduced the same product, and pay close attention not to his energy, but to the content, the story he tells.
The field that we decided to do it in, the choice we made, was music. Now why music? Well, we love music, and it's always good to do something you love. More importantly, music's a part of everyone's life. Everyone. Music's been around forever. It will always be around. This is not a speculative market. And because it's a part of everyone's life, it's a very large target market all around the world. It knows no boundaries. But interestingly enough, in this whole new digital music revolution, there is no market leader. There are small companies like Creative and Sonic Blue, and then there's some large companies like Sony that haven't had a hit yet. They haven't found the recipe. No one has really found the recipe yet for digital music. And we think not only can we find the recipe, but we think the Apple brand is going to be fantastic because people trust the Apple brand to get their great digital electronics from.
So, was that more effective than the presentation I just gave about the iPod? I bet you think so. Let me know in the comments. What Steve Jobs did here is actually classical storytelling. There's a situation we're in now, a situation we want to be in, and how to bridge that gap. The iPod is the solution he promises us, and we are curious to learn more. He creates, as we call in storytelling, a curiosity gap, and that's essential to keep your audience engaged. Well, many times in training, I get people who are saying, well, the topics I present are not that interesting, right? There is no story. Well, let me tell you, there is always a story. Just have to go out and look for it, but it's always there. If you want to learn more about that, please stay tuned for the videos. Follow me on LinkedIn or follow Speak to Succeed on LinkedIn so you receive the next videos in this series. Or, of course, you could also drop me a line.